Lately, I've been getting reports of Upwork suspending accounts due to the freelancers not being hired. So what's this all about? Well, recently in our Facebook group, Work at Home Pinoys, we had a couple of members who got their Upwork account suspended. Together with an email like this, we are contacting you to let you know that we have suspended your access to Upwork indefinitely. Our decision is based on a careful review and the fact that you have submitted a high number of proposals for jobs on our site without many contracts or earnings. Unfortunately, this means the jobs posted by clients are not a good match for your skills. I know this news is likely disappointing to you, but our goal at Upwork is to enable freelancers to successfully connect and collaborate with clients who need their skills and expertise. Unfortunately, this means we must part ways with freelancers whose skills are not in demand in our marketplace. If you want to appeal this decision, you can email us at marketplace-appeals@upwork.com. Please note each case will be manually reviewed by our trust and safety team to decide if your account can be reinstated. Please know we don't make decisions like these lightly and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Regards, Upwork, Trust, and Safety. Okay, so what they're basically saying is that for freelancers that have submitted a lot of proposals, have been applying to a lot of jobs, but don't have a lot of, or aren't hired a lot, or don't have a lot of earnings, Upwork is starting to suspend those accounts. And you might be wondering, why is Upwork doing that? Well, over the past couple of months or the past year or so, Upwork has been trying to improve freelancer quality. And the reason they're doing this is because a lot of clients, a lot of companies have been complaining that they're being bombarded with freelancers who apply to their jobs that aren't of good quality. They're hiring people who are misrepresenting themselves on Upwork, who are saying they have certain skill, they're able to do jobs, but in reality they're not able to do so. And overall, the consensus between the online community of companies is that, or the client community, is that Upwork's freelancers are of low quality. So Upwork has been trying to improve that quality. We can see evidence of this. First of all, they've been increasing the minimum hourly rates from $1 to $3. So you'd have to deserve it more. You'd have to be of higher quality if you want to charge $3 an hour versus $1 an hour. Also, they've been not approving profiles. So a lot of new people applying for Upwork profiles have their profiles not approved. And we've seen this happen a lot lately, that they've been receiving emails that there is no match for their skills, where freelancers don't have a match for their skills. And the most recent, the email I showed you earlier, Upwork suspending accounts due to them not being hired a lot. All right, so as a freelancer, it can be very scary. It can, especially if for new freelancers, it can be very scary to see how tough it is to succeed on Upwork. But we have to remember that Upwork is doing this because they want to improve quality. If they made it easy for everybody, then there would be a lot of low quality freelancers, and you'd be competing with those that are bidding minimum rates, bidding things like $1 an hour for jobs that are pretty complicated. We saw that in the past. So how do you, as a freelancer, prevent this from happening? How do you succeed on Upwork and not get suspended due to not being hired? Well, I do have a couple of tips for you here. First of all is to create a killer Upwork profile. Even before you start applying for jobs, even before you apply for your first job, make sure that you have a very strong Upwork profile. As much as possible, make sure your profile completeness score is at 100%. So you take tests, you add your previous work experience, you fill up your profile, you add your skills as is there in the profile completeness score. And I do have a blog post about that. I'm going to link it below this video as well so that you can see that article and get your profile to 100%. Sometimes we even see freelancers who have rising talent badges immediately, even before they see before they apply for their first job. And we see that a lot with our students in the VA bootcamp and the How to Get Upwork Success course, that their profile is strong enough that they get those rising talent badges even before they've applied for a job. So work on your profile. So spend time working on your Upwork profile. Focus on the kind of jobs that you're applying for. And our second tip is to only apply for jobs that match your profile. Okay, if your profile is for a virtual assistant and you're applying to programming jobs, then you're definitely not going to get hired for that. Or if your profile is for a graphic designer and then you're applying to data entry jobs, you're probably not going to get hired. So make sure that the jobs you apply for are a match for your profile. And if they're not, maybe you need to change your profile to match the kind of jobs that you're applying to. If you're applying to more data entry jobs, make your profile be focused on data entry. If you're applying for more web design jobs, make your profile focused on web design. Our third tip is to customize cover letters for the jobs that you apply to. Okay, so as a client, I myself am a client on Upwork, and a lot of the times when I post a job, I can tell when cover letters are copy pasted, that they're not personalized or not customized. So our tip here is to customize cover letters for the job, because clients can tell when you're copy pasting information. Even if it's just the second half of your cover letter, it's very easy to tell when somebody is just copy and pasting their cover letters. And as a client, most of the time I just reject those cover letters because they're not high quality freelancers. They're not putting in the effort to write a cover letter for the job opening that I have. Okay, as Upwork is continually trying to increase the quality of freelancers that are applying for jobs, we may see more actions that they're gonna take to stop low quality freelancers from applying for jobs, and even suspending accounts, as we saw here in this video. However, you should take a look at these tips. Remember these tips and be reminded that if you are a high quality freelancer, your account should not be suspended and you should be able to get those jobs that you're applying to.